This is the Tristan Law Show. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Tristan Law, semi-retired pro wrestler, and today, I'm your host. Did WWE just fumble the Who Attacked Jade Cargill storyline? Like, all right. Naomi confessed, but something just doesn't add up here. To me, was she really acting alone, or is like Bianca like hiding something? We are going to talk about it. We got some really new cool features here on the Tristan Law Show. All I do is just make features for you. So we have a little subscriber goal. We are pushing our way to 500 subscribers. So as people subscribe live, we are going to be able to see it. So whether you're watching this live or on demand, go ahead and subscribe. I broke my first rule of asking people to subscribe before I gave you some value. But let's go ahead and get down into the nitty-gritty, because I need to catch you up on what's going on with this whole entire Jade Cargill Who Attacked Her story if you don't know what's happening. So to quickly catch everyone up, Jade Cargill was attacked on November 22nd, 2024 on that episode of SmackDown, and it took WWE about 4 months to go ahead and tell us that story. In case you missed it, I made a whole entire episode where I listed 5 different people that I thought attacked Jade Cargill. I thought maybe it was Bianca Belair. I thought maybe it was Naomi. I thought it was Lash Legend. I thought it was Bayley, and I thought it was Nia Jax. And I really pleaded my case. Go ahead and watch that if you choose. However, it turned out to be Naomi, right? Because Naomi said that she did it. And what happened? Jade Cargill came back at the Elimination Chamber and beat the brakes off of her. That's her right there getting the brakes beat off of her at the Elimination Chamber. So then, going on to SmackDown occurs, but SmackDown occurs, and then you see now Naomi and Bianca having a discussion about it in the ring, and they're having a real like waterworks fest. Here's Naomi right here with the big boo-boo face, and you see the tears on her face because she did wrong. But real quick, I always said I'm a semi-retired pro wrestler, right? And I'm your host, Tristan Law. Thank you so much for joining me. There's one thing about that whole thing about Jade Cargill that kind of brought me out of the moment. Just walk with me for a second. And I want to know if it brought you out of the moment as well, too. Tell me in the chat. But let me tell you first. So I told you the whole entire setup, right? How the story happened. Jade Cargill got attacked in November. 4 months later, WWE pays it off. They don't really talk about it much, but they pay it off. You see Jade Cargill come back Elimination Chamber and just straight, beat her like beat Naomi like she stole something. But my issue, where I felt it was a disconnect for me, was this one image. We haven't seen Jade Cargill. The last time we seen Jade Cargill, this is what we saw, right? But then the next time we see Jade Cargill, we get this. Here is my issue. Where was Jade Cargill the entire time? In the back. Like she just hangs out in her wrestling clothes? Like she just legit just says, I'm just going to go to the arena in my wrestling clothes. It's not like Jade Cargill lives around the block, right? That's legit wrestling clothes. So if you are showing up, that I think what she should have wore, maybe she should have just wore some like street clothes or something like that, and it's come out there and it's beat the brakes off Naomi. But for me, that's where the minor small things in the storytelling come in, because like for me, it's like, can you really believe that Jade Cargill was in the back all day and nobody saw her? Nobody said, hey, Naomi, I think I saw Jade Cargill in the back. Nobody said, hey, Bianca, I think Jade Cargill is here. Nobody saw Jade Cargill. Nobody saw her at catering. Nobody saw her at, the meetings that they have before. Nobody saw Jade Cargill. Where was Jade Cargill hiding that nobody didn't see her, that she could have show up in her wrestling clothes like it was nothing? No, make no sense to me. But either way, that's the story that's happening right now with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and Naomi. And I just think that there's so much to it, right? I just feel like I just don't buy everything that I see on the TV. And I'm going to explain to you today The whole entire storyline. If I worked for WWE, I'm going to explain to you how this storyline is going to work, right? Because right now, a lot of people watching this are like, but this storyline sucks, right? Because it's just Naomi. Let me tell you something. I don't think that WWE right now is in the business of just giving it to us easy. The example that I made to somebody yesterday at my job, that person said to me, how is it that that John Cena is whatever? I said, look, the easy way for John Cena to to go to WrestleMania and win the belt was just to win the Royal Rumble, right? That's just too easy, right? But then they put him in the Elimination Chamber, and then it was the second way for them to do it, but then they gave us the plot twist in the end. WWE is not only selling us wrestling and storylines, they're selling us plot twists as well too. You just gotta wait. But if you like what I'm saying so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Means a lot. Means I'm doing a good job. 210 subscribers like the Tristan Law Show. Let me tell you something. In the past 28 days, 41 new people has liked the Tristan Law Show. In the last, since Friday's episode, 11 new subscribers. What am I doing? Tell me in the comments. Is it that I'm crazy? Y'all just like me? I don't know, but I like y'all too. So we got the reveal. Was it right? Did WWE mess it up? Did Naomi being the attacker make sense, or was it a letdown? Tell me in the chat. For me, I don't think that it was a letdown. I think that it's only a part of the story. And it's so crazy because once I reveal to you the story the way that I see it, it's going to blow your brains out of the back of your head. Sean Jennings, what's good, my man? Welcome to the chat. He said, good point. Should have shown her beating her before the show. Yes, 100%. Yo, they did all that, right, to show Naomi coming to the ring and getting ready to start the match. The way it should have happened is that maybe when Naomi was walking to the ring, Jade Cargill stops in the car the same way she did on SmackDown and just beats the brakes off on Naomi before she gets to the ring. Thank you so much, Sean, for your comment. Dom Delivers is checking in, and she's saying you're doing a great job sharing content. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It's a compliment. I try. I'm just growing here, just trying to do my thing, and I appreciate you and everybody else that's watching this, whether it's live or on demand. Go ahead and participate in the chat. So did Naomi make sense? Yes, 100%. I think Naomi made sense. And I proved why Naomi made sense in the previous episode, right? The fans' expectations, though, some people were a little bit disappointed because everybody wanted wanted Bianca. Right, we've seen Naomi be heel before. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, but we really want Bianca because we want so much more for Bianca. Look, I don't care what nobody says. Bianca's our girl, and we like Bianca. I like Bianca. That's my boo. Look, if Montez Ford wasn't her husband, I'd be her husband. Just put my name out there. But the thing you need to understand with WWE these days is that they've reinvented storytelling. Storytelling's so different. This whole entire pro wrestling playbook, the way that things are just supposed to be done, and somebody asked me yesterday at my job, there's a pro wrestling playbook? I go, yes and no, right? The pro wrestling playbook was written by people like one generation before, right? The way that things are just supposed to be done. And as every generation goes on, we adopt some new things and get rid of some things, right? But right now, WWE is rewriting the whole playbook of how you watch pro wrestling. Pro wrestling in WWE is so much more than the matches. If you want great matches, you'll get a great match out of WWE. But if you want like storylines or you want something that's going to hook you, WWE does that through and through. They've been doing that since Jesus was a child, but they definitely ramped it up now. The storytelling is so much different. But let me explain this to you. Naomi makes perfect sense. The story, it was really easy to tell. If you ask me, I knew it wasn't Liv Morgan or anybody associated with Liv Morgan. Nobody was going to flim flam, sham, bamboozle me. Because when they showed the video, you saw Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez walking toward the building. So if it was something that they did, why wouldn't they be walking away from the building? Because remember, the stretcher was coming this way, and they were coming this way. They were passing each other. Like, oh, hey, look, it's Jade Cargill been taken out, but we don't care about her. The storytelling. When you're watching WWE, you just now listen to me when I tell you this. Let me get close so you can hear me. When you are watching WWE these days, you have to watch the whole screen. If you got a 70-inch screen, watch the whole 70-inch. If it's too much for you to watch, go buy a little 32-inch TV with the back on it, okay? WWE is giving us so much, and if you don't pay attention, you're missing it. You're missing it all. Naomi, she copped to it. But hey, we got a new subscriber. We're at 211. All right, let's give a hand clap for that new person. 211 subscribers on the road to 500. Thank you so much for your subscription. There's so much more meat to the bone when it comes to this whole storyline with Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. There's so much more meat on the bone, and I'm going to give you every single meat that I see. No, I'm not auditioning for a job with WWE. I'm not. But what I'm doing is that I'm passionate about pro wrestling. I'm passionate about my WWE, and I watch more than my 70-inch TV. I was going to say something else, right? It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Got to behave ourselves. Kids are watching. But why does this feel messed up? WWE took 4 months to tell us the whole story, or tell us this part of the story. And in between, they maybe mentioned the attack once or twice. But definitely they mentioned that we finally found somebody with their flim-flam, scam, and bamboozle of an investigation before Elimination Chamber. They gave us a little bit more information 2 weeks before that. Behind the scenes, Triple H said that he was waiting on Jade Cargill to return to finish the story. She was allegedly written off because she had to rehab and they had to put some more polish on her to make her more TV ready. Maybe they're getting ready to give her this huge singles run. Just walk with me for a little bit. Hold my hand because I want to walk you through this. But WWE is giving Jade Cargill a lot of time to get better. Jade Cargill didn't go to NXT. Jade Cargill came directly in, and was Jade Cargill ready for the main roster? No. And WWE knew that as well, too. That's why they introed her and kept her off TV for such a long time. WWE has spent so much money on Jade Cargill, they're waiting to get their money back. And believe me, I'm telling you, everybody, you just have to wait. It is going to happen pretty soon. And Jade Cargill is going to be one of the future faces of pro wrestling. But on SmackDown, we watched Bianca Belair in the ring, right? And we saw that Waterworks package that she put on there for herself as well, too, when Naomi admitted on SmackDown to attacking Jade Cargill. But here's the question. Is Bianca really innocent? Stick around because I've got a theory that's going to change how you see this whole entire thing. But first, wrestling fans, get ready because on April 10th at 7 p.m., I'm putting 20 minutes on the clock for a live debate that you don't want to miss. Here it is. Is Shawn Michaels really the greatest of all time, or is he really a fraud? Some say he's the greatest to ever do it, while others believe that his legacy is just smoke and mirrors. I say that HBK is one of the greatest of all time, but my guest, Dave from Dave Knows Wrestling here on YouTube, is here to prove that Shawn Michaels is overrated. It's going to be 20 minutes, 2 debaters, 1 topic, 0 overtime, and you get to decide the winner. It's going to be live here on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe to the Tristan Law Show so you don't miss a moment. Y'all like that, right? So is Bianca Belair really innocent? Nah, I don't think Bianca Belair is all that innocent. I mean, just walk with me. I'm explaining this to you. The way that my mind works when it comes to pro wrestling. Just walk with me. Bianca had everything to gain from Naomi attacking Jade. With Jade gone, there's one less woman who could challenge for a singles title that Bianca wants. I don't think that Bianca Belair sees Naomi as any kind of challenge or any kind of threat, but they're homegirls. They've been riding together for a while. If I was Bianca Belair, the way I'm looking at this whole entire thing is that this pool is only big enough for one strong black woman in the WWE, and her name is Bianca Belair. But then came Jade Cargill. Mrs. I got muscles, Miss I'm supposed to be Storm, Miss I wear wigs, Miss I'm gonna pick you up and slam you down. She's got a lot of stuff that Bianca doesn't have. Bianca is small and strong, but Jade Cargill is big and strong. Naomi attacked Jade. She said it, but Bianca Belair was upset about it. You clearly see. But if you go back and watch it, only one of them was crying. It was Naomi. Bianca Belair couldn't get no tears out there. Naomi was out there crying real thug tears on SmackDown, and Bianca Belair was out there trying to squeeze them tears out like a dry sponge. Ain't nothing was coming out. Maybe in the end she got a little bit of tears out, right? But there was not much tears coming out of the face of Bianca Belair. Watch it if you think that I'm crazy and I'm not telling the truth. Bianca played the hurt friend. What, y'all gonna sit here and get flim-flammed, get scammed, get bamboozled by the WWE? What did I tell you? I said you gotta watch everything. If you want to understand what's happening, you got to watch everything. And the second you start watching everything, you might start thinking like me. But if you can't start thinking like me, and you just want to enjoy it, you're gonna come here for the supplemental content here on the Tristan Law Show. Make sure you hit subscribe. It means a lot. I picked up some clues. And what we are going to do right now is that we're going to look at some clues, starting with the Elimination Chamber. Go back in your Peacock, or if you live international, you get to watch it on Netflix, lucky you. Go back and watch Elimination Chamber. It's only in the first couple minutes. You see Bianca Belair come out. Bianca Belair still got her feathered jacket on, right? And she's in the pod. I'm looking at that like, girl, take your jacket off. Stay for a while. Hang out. Hang your jacket up. But when that music hit and Jade Cargill was coming out, there was 3 people that we were able to see at one time. The accused, the person that copped to it, and the super nervous person in the back. Liv Morgan was nervous. She was in the front. Liv Morgan was like, holy, and she said the F word, read her lips. Read her lips. She was afraid that she was going to get the brakes beat off of her because of all the allegations that were put against her. Naomi, the look on Naomi's face was like, oh, wow, I didn't expect you to be here. And Bianca Belair was stoic. She was stoic until her friend, Jade Cargill, started beating the brakes off of Naomi. At that point, she was screaming, no, 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 because she don't want her friends to fight. Because the little plan that she had is probably going to get thrown out the window. Oh, what y'all think? Bianca didn't have a plan? What y'all think? Bianca Belair shows up to church? Let me tell y'all something. They say that the devil dresses up to go to church on Sunday to hear the word just like everybody else. Can the church say amen? Bianca Belair is dirty. She's dirty, but y'all don't see it yet. I'm going to tell y'all. When Liv was in that ring, she was really hoping that she ain't get snatched up. And since you all like how I think, because y'all be hearing, y'all be subscribing, y'all be chatting, y'all be commenting, y'all be listening while y'all be going through your lunch or your work day, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to tell you exactly how I think this story would go down if I was tasked with writing it at WWE. But now, Naomi is a heel. This Friday at noon, we're looking at why the final boss, The Rock, is more dangerous than ever. Subscribe now because you don't want to miss a moment. Naomi's past heel runs, if you ask me, just my opinion, they never fully clicked. It was just something that happened on the TV. But this one, from watching SmackDown on Friday, it hit different for me. Look, in the past, when Naomi was a heel, or trying to be a heel, or pretending to be a heel, she attacked Paige, Saraya, in a battle royal to become the #1 contender for the Divas Championship back in the day. All right, that makes sense. It's only one person's name. We just got to do what we got to do. Fine, whatever. But then, further down the line, she also attacked the Bella Twins with the help of Tamina, Jimmy Snuka's daughter. And she was a heel too. But this one here where she's now a heel to where she, hold on, the screen has disappeared. There we go. To where she is, what do I hear talking? Oh, my computer's playing music. I love it. The perks of being live on YouTube at noon, Tuesdays and Fridays. Random things just happen. Live is just live. But I can see the fire in Naomi this time. It's different. I like this new wrinkle in Naomi's fabric because she cried some real thug tears out there. You want to see her crying them real thug tears again? Let me show you something because I like to look. She cried them real thug tears out there. And I think that this time, Naomi could be successful in this run as a heel. But there is something that Naomi has to do. Dom Delivers says that Naomi acted out of frustration. Yeah, I could say so. I could say frustration topped with frustration with a side of jealousy. I can see that. Sean Jennings chimes in with the amen. Yes, amen, my brother. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Let me tell you what Naomi needs to do. Naomi needs to fully commit to being a villain. If she wants to be a heel, if she wants to get over, if she wants to be different this time, she needs to ditch the dancing, ditch the music, no more bright colors. You know what? Get rid of those wigs. Stop dyeing the wigs and doing it. Just come out with black hair. Oh, just how about this, Naomi? Just pick a color. You don't got to come out with a different wig every week. Because I know that neon hair does not glow out of your hair, grow out of your head. And while you're at, get rid of the neon lights as well, too, when you come out. I don't want to see you glow in the dark anymore, Naomi. What I want to see is I want to see you be the baddest bee in the WWE. Ooh, that rhymed. That rhymed. Naomi, if you're listening, if you're watching, you can use it. If you want to be the baddest bee in the WWE, just pick a hair color. I like that. If I was a wrestler right now and I was a woman, I'd be like, I'm the baddest bee in the WWE. Oh, I like that. Damn, give me a like if you like that, if you don't like that already. Give me a like if you like that. Why this could be Naomi's most compelling character yet? Her brother-in-law is one of the biggest baby faces in the WWE right now. You don't know who I'm talking about? That's why I'm here to teach you. We're talking about Mr. Jey Uso, Mr. Yeet himself. Her cousin-in-law is one of the biggest headliners in the past 10 years. Roman Reigns. Oh, and in case you don't know, she's not married to Solo Sikoa. She's married to Jimmy Uso. That's who she's married to. They've been married for almost 11 years. Yo, shout out to them. Shout out to them. Marriage for 10 years. Who says you can't find love when you go to work, huh? Huh? But I think that Naomi's story is 100% relatable. The story that she told in SmackDown, right? She's the jealous friend who didn't want to share her friend. I'm not going to lie, right? My best friend in the world, Greg, when we were younger and I didn't know any better and I was emotionally immature, I used to hate when he had other friends, right? Me and our other friend, there was 3 of us in like a triangle, right? Me, him, and my friend Nick. And I'm like, I don't want to share my friends, right? My friends is my friends. Because I don't hang out with nobody else. Y'all don't hang out with nobody else. Y'all are my friends. Petty, I get it. I was like 17, 18, so don't worry about it. I was still emotionally immature. So Naomi feels the same exact way as well, too. She doesn't want to share her friend. Maybe Naomi isn't emotionally mature yet. The character, I'm not talking about who she is as a person. I don't know her in a person. I only know the character. That's what I'm talking about. But it's safe to say that Naomi and Bianca have become friendly over the last 5 years. Now, Naomi has to share her friend with Jade Cargill, who's only been in the WWE for a cup of coffee. Not only is her friends friends with the new girl, Jade Cargill, her friend also has to babysit Jade Cargill too. What are we running? The Bianca Belair babysitting business? Let me tell you, when I put it to you like this, do you agree that Naomi is salted in General Tso chicken from a New York City Chinese food store? Let me know in the comments. this will be compelling for Naomi because she not only verbally justified her actions on why she attacked Jade Cargill, but she cried. Real emotion. Now, was Naomi really wrong in her actions? It depends on who you are. Some people are going to ride with it, and some people are going to be like, you know what? This is not for me. But what I'm going to tell you next is how I see this story going down. But what I want you to do, if it's your first time listening and you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also, if you don't like my ugly face, right? Don't like the beard, don't like the nose, the glasses, right? What I want you to do is 6 days after every single live episode, you can listen to it wherever you find a podcast. So, where does this whole entire storyline go next? I have the pencil. I'm the person writing this story, and I'm going to be the one that tells you where the story goes next. Naomi, well, before I get back to Naomi, ask yourself this question, because it's the question I ask myself. I think about this in my job all the time, right? I got a lot of time to think in my regular job, and when I'm getting ready, when I'm sleeping, or when I wake up in the morning. Could Bianca be the real mastermind behind this? And you're sitting here listening right now like, how could she be the mastermind? Just be quiet and listen. I'm going to tell you. So Naomi right now is taking the heat, right? She is keeping Jade Cargill distracted. Distracted from who? Well, if Bianca eliminated Jade now, or had been the one who had did it, Bianca would have bigger problems other than Io Sky or Rhea Ripley. Make sure you watch Monday Night Raw on Mondays at Netflix. And just don't forget, Raw is coming out at 3 p.m. Eastern on Netflix next Monday. It's coming out the same exact time. It's coming out, whatever time it's live, Raw is always going to be live. So no matter what time you're watching, you just make sure you catch it on Netflix. But Bianca right now has problems with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, right? Going into WrestleMania, Bianca Belair won the Royal Rumble. She is, was it the Royal Rumble? What did she win? No. She won the Elimination Chamber, and she's getting ready to challenge Io Sky for the championship at WrestleMania. But Rhea Ripley, she's in it too, just like Salt. But the way I look at it is when Bianca wins at WrestleMania, Jade is going to come out. Bianca Belair has to win at WrestleMania. And Jade Cargill is going to come out, and she's going to celebrate with her bestie. And then Bianca is going to bamboozle Jade Cargill. She's going to mollywop her upside the head and leave her laying. This will suck the air out of the arena. Because what I want Bianca Belair to do is just walk out. No explanation, no talking, no nothing. Just walk out. And it's going to suck the air out of the arena for only one reason. I'm going to show you that reason right now because y'all know this is interactive. You get to see the pictures, right? I'm going to show you exactly why. Where that picture at? It's right here. Because of that. Because not a lot of people didn't notice that Bianca Belair wasn't crying. Maybe she squeezed out a couple tears at the end, but it was just enough for you to be like, damn, girl. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Because you know what, girl? Damn, your friends are messed up. Because y'all didn't see it coming. Because they're going to hit you with Stevie McSwerve. But if that does happen, the way I'm painting this at WrestleMania, it's going to go two ways. We're at the fork in the road. I'm going to give you one way, then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go the other way. The Raw after WrestleMania. Bianca, the new WWE Women's World Champion, she's going to reveal it was a setup. And she told Naomi to do it. Now, Naomi was supposed to take the fall, but she didn't expect Naomi to get dog walked by Jade. That's plausible, right? Because they're so much of a best friends, it's like, hey girl, I'll do anything to look out for you to make sure that I got your back. And she put her in the line of fire. Okay, here's way number two. Naomi beat Bianca to the punch and attacked Jade. Bianca wanted to eliminate Jade, but since Naomi did it, Bianca's now a champion, and she doesn't want to babysit Jade Cargill anymore. If you ask me, though, either way, Jade Cargill is going to need help, and there's only one person I see helping Jade Cargill. You know who that is? That's Jordynne Grace. She's an outsider to the WWE, but she's in the WWE now. You don't know who she is? Go back and watch the Royal Rumble from this year. She was the woman that came out and was hugging Naomi. And Bianca was like, nah, chill, girl. We got work to do. Bianca's really wanted a championship for so long. She's been out of the championship for so long, picture for so long, and she belongs in there, and she had to put herself back in there. But in order for her to do that, she had to go to the dark side, and Naomi went with her. Regardless of anything else, right? Jade Cargill is going to need help, and the help is going to come in the form of Jordynne Grace. Tell me what you think. How did I get to this point? How did I come up with these crazy stories? Listen, ever since Bray Wyatt and the Fiend character, I've always said, and I said it earlier in this episode, I'm going to say it again. You gotta watch everything that's happening in the foreground. WWE, the way that WWE is telling stories today, you have to watch everything. Don't just watch happening in front of you. You need to watch what is happening behind what is in front of you. WWE is telling stories like your favorite top-notch television show like Lost, Orange is the New Black, or The Sopranos, etc., etc., etc. But you have to be patient. That's what I told a pro wrestling fan yesterday at my job, right? Because he wants certain things to happen, and then the question I always present to him is, okay, instead of me arguing with him, have him think it out. I say, you want X to happen, so when X happens, what's next? And he goes, you're right. I said, sometimes you just got to wait to let the story happen. If they had came out and said it was Bianca, then right away, you wouldn't get that story that they could possibly tell down the line. You wouldn't get that swerve. And what makes wrestling, listen to me, what makes wrestling so important is the stories. It's the emotional investment. It's the moments. You may not be able to remember your favorite wrestling match move for move, second for second, but you remember how it made you feel? You'll be able to remember, like Kofi Mania. I can't remember the whole entire match with Kofi Kingston, but I can definitely tell you this. I cried some thug tears at WrestleMania 35 in MetLife Stadium when he won. I was jumping up and down. They put me on camera. I don't know why they didn't use it. I don't know. Maybe they was like, you know what, this guy's going to be famous one day. Maybe they'll look for it. But I was definitely crying some real thug tears out there when he won, right? When Shawn Michaels won the championship and he won that boyhood dream, people cried. People could resonate with that. Emotions makes money. And that's why when Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair was out there doing their little thing, doing SmackDown, they kept cutting the camera, right? Because they're trying to get those faces. If I was the producer inside of the truck, I'd be screaming at the whole entire monitors. Get closer, because the money shot is right here. One of the things that I learned when I went to wrestling school from Bubba Ray Dudley, Bully Ray, he said, this is where you make your money. Your face is where you make your money, right? And if I was the producer, I'd be screaming at the television, at the monitor in the truck, get closer together, because the money shot would have been both of them standing together. Because down the line, if Jade Cargill gets turned on by Bianca Belair, that's the picture that they're going to show everybody. When Bianca Belair turns on Jade Cargill, the picture that they're going to show is that crying face of hers when she eventually squeezed one or two tears out of that old sponge. So in WWE, we're not getting rush stories anymore. We're getting novels. And for some of my Hispanic listeners out there, we're getting novelas. We're getting soap opera style storytelling, and I love it. And if you ask me, did WWE drop the ball? Did the story feel kind of off? Yeah. But if you ask me, the best is only yet to come. Because there's still time to fix it. There's still time to pick it up. If it's just Naomi, I think it's going to just fall flat. There just has to be more meat on the bone. If you ask me, what is the best outcome for this feud with Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill? Have Bianca turn to and join Naomi. Naomi cried, and so did Bianca. And when Bianca turns, all of you are going to be shocked, and you're going to remember that you heard it here first. But here's the hard question. Will WWE pull the trigger? Will they watch this episode and go, damn, that guy's got to figure it out. We can't do it. He's going to ruin it. I don't know. Or will they play it safe? We're going to have to see what happens. Because my question for you now is, did WWE make the right call, or should someone else have been the attacker for Jade Cargill? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the comments. Whether you're watching live or on demand, because I got one more question for you. Was Naomi a good choice? Or do you think Bianca Belair should be involved in the storyline too? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for another action-packed episode of The Tristan Law Show. My name is Tristan Law, and make sure you come back on Friday for Why the Final Boss Feels More Dangerous Forever. We'll be here live at noon. And if you like what it did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell somebody. Don't make this be a dirty secret. Hey, make sure you watch some wrestling. This is The Tristan Law Show. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Time to go get some lunch. Flashing red lights.